Hi everyone, welcome to Sacred Circles FB Live number 8. The title of today's FB Live will be Planning to Start. So what does that mean, planning to start? Very simply, planning to start means if you have your passion or your calling or something that you want to start, something that you already feel like you can do and you want to do. Maybe it's been in the pipeline for about a year or two, or you just thought about it and you want to start, you have this urge to start. Let's tell you how you can do it. So planning to start usually takes a few things. It's very terrifying, yes, even for me included. Sacred Circle was in the pipeline for about a year and a half before I decided to actually start videos. Let me go through a few points of what we can do in order to start. I think for most of us who are planning to start, we know what we want to start. As soon as the what is settled, we will then look at the how, right? How are we going to start? This question may paralyze most people. It still shakes me up. But I have come up with a few elaborate ways to guide myself through it. The first point may not be so elaborate, but I will talk about it anyway. So 5 points. First, being present. So second, prioritize. Third, plan your route. And fourth, know when to sprint, know when to jog, know when to pause. And fifth one is start. So take small steps. If you can take big steps, why not? Take a leap of faith, trust, and then just put your foot out there and then see where it takes you. I have talked about it before, in terms about planning and having a vision, and in one of my previous FB lives about passion and vision. So one of these two will talk about knowing what you want, finding it, and then building a bridge to it. Our first point, being present, right? This is a very, very tricky concept for me, especially. I don't know how to be present. I'm always in my head, in the future, in the past, but I have found a few ways to keep myself present in the moment. Grounding was one of my second FB Live videos actually. Grounding is a very strong force to keep us rooted to the earth, to keep us physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually grounded. Walking barefoot on grass, easiest way to ground. Tree grass energy is very nice, it's very pleasant, it's easy to take in. And go for a walk, go for a hike, go for trekking or something, hug a tree. These ways actually, the energies from nature does help to neutralize any positive or negative free radicals in our body. They act as antioxidants. Okay, so exercise, definitely a way to ground your energies, to bring it down back into your body, back into your center, where you can actually explore more of a certain idea without floating too high in your head, without getting trapped in your mind, without feeling stuck. Next, we're going to talk about prioritizing. This was initially going to be my first point, but it doesn't matter. Prioritizing does play a big part in this, because we want to take that step, right? We want to take the step knowing that we are safe, knowing that we can do it, knowing that we can go all the way, but life gets in the way. We have family, we have work, we have our own personal time. We have to take care of ourselves. You have to exercise, and we have to do our practices, our routines, our lives basically. How do you prioritize? A good way is having elaborate priority lists. All right. This is a good way to eliminate distraction. So, for example, if you are doing some reading for your, for what you want to do, um, how can you ensure that you stay with the book for the next few minutes without looking at other things and saying, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that? A good way to do it is to set a schedule, um, you know, to set your boundaries, especially because if you have that boundary between time, that at this time to this time is for you to do this, and that time to that time is for you to do that. I think the main thing is talking about prioritizing between your work, family, your playtime, your routines, your practices, right? So giving yourself time to draw a pie chart and then labeling each one. You can list down the activities you do, and then at the end of the day and realize how many percent of your time goes to what, how many percent of your time goes to this and goes to that. And then from there you can assess what you can take out, what you can minimize, what you can do less of, what you can do more of, what you can start to do in order to get to your goal in, let's say, 6 months or a year or so. So goal setting is very important because it leaves you accountable for your actions. Goal setting does give you that space to create your dream life without giving yourself too much trouble, because if you have a goal, you know what to set your sights on, right? Planning our route, that's a big thing for me. Planning routes involve giving ourselves that that timeline to get to where we want to go. So what timelines do is actually they give us deadlines. They give us a, like, what we called a time-based goal. All right, let's say 6 months to achieve what we want, right? Take a leap of faith. All right, trust your higher power. It's guiding you always. If you do meditation, you know how to connect to your higher power more, and you know how to receive information. Good. That way you can keep yourself constantly assessing your situation and constantly moving, right? So I think that may be all for now. That's all I have to share for now. Thank you for listening.